Today we're going to talk about the artist Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec was born in Albi, France in 1864. Even though he came from one of the wealthiest families in Europe, Henri preferred to live among and paint pictures of everyday people who usually didn't have much money at all. Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec is best known for the lively scenes he painted of theaters, dance halls, and circuses in the exciting city of Paris, France. He found the dancers, singers, and circus people much more interesting to paint than the wealthy people he used to see while he was growing up. Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec was also known for the posters he made to advertise the dance halls and entertainers he enjoyed so much. Many people think Henri's posters are his greatest works of art. Henri made them easy to read, and his large, flat areas of color got people's attention right away. The techniques he discovered are still used in posters and advertising today. Henri always seemed to be interested in art. When he was very young, he especially loved to draw horses, dogs, and other animals that lived on the farms that were part of his family's many large estates. You can see above this little cartoon, his mother saying, "Henri, darling, would you mind drawing your animals outdoors from now on?" And over here you can see Henri in the parlor with live animals. "Okay, mother." Henri even filled his school notebooks with drawings. When Henri was 13 years old, a terrible thing happened to him. While he was getting up from a chair, he tripped and broke his left leg. It took months to heal. Just after it got better, Henri fell again and broke his right leg. No one was sure at the time, but today most doctors agree that Henri had a rare disease that caused his bones to break easily. Henri's leg stopped growing after his accidents, and he had to be very careful for the rest of his life. While Henri's legs were healing, he began to paint and draw more than ever to help pass the time. Look at the cartoon. It says, "Henri, I brought you more paper and pencils. Henri, where are you?" There he was. So many paintings and drawings she couldn't find him. Henri's father was very disappointed that his son wouldn't be able to join him in all the things he enjoyed, like hunting and horseback riding. Henri was disappointed too, but decided to keep his interest in outdoor activities alive by drawing and painting all the things he loved. Henri was about 16 when he painted his father, Count Alphonse, driving his coach with a team of powerful horses. And here's that painting. Henri also painted pictures of his mother, Adele, and the people who worked around his family's home. Because of his great interest in drawing and painting, Henri's parents agreed to let him study art more seriously. Henri began his studies in the city of Paris, France, when he was 17 years old. He learned all he could in the studies of some of the best-known artists in Paris. Even though Henri learned a lot in his classes, he couldn't wait to go off on his own and start painting the exciting people and places he saw in Paris. Henri became friends with Vincent van Gogh, a very exciting person he met in his art class. Vincent would later become a famous artist too. Henri made a portrait of his friend sitting at a cafe table. Some people think it is one of the best portraits of Vincent van Gogh ever made. And here's that portrait. Henri was able to show Vincent's concentration and restless energy and capture the way Vincent really was at that exact moment in time. Being able to show people in simple, real moments of their lives was one of Henri's greatest talents. Most artists of Henri's time painted pictures of people posing in their best clothes, with fancy decorations and furniture around them. You can see in the cartoon it has Henri sitting on a chair, and he says, "Just pretend as though I'm not here," to the plumber below. Henri thought you could tell much more about people by showing them doing everyday things, like combing their hair or enjoying themselves at a Paris nightclub. For 3 years, Henri spent almost every night at his favorite nightclub and dance hall, the Moulin Rouge. He drew pictures of all the activities around him and became friends with the singers and dancers there. The owner of the Moulin Rouge liked Henri's art and asked him to create a poster to help advertise his club. In the first poster he ever made, Henri showed two famous dancers of the time. Henri's posters were printed in large numbers off a smooth, flat stone. Prints made this way are called lithographs. Henri's posters of the Moulin Rouge were put up all over Paris and became very popular right away. And here's an example of one right here. This one was a big one. It was about 4 foot by 7 feet big. Henri was an expert at drawing, and he knew the importance of making his posters simple and easy to read from a distance. To grab your attention, he sometimes cut people and objects off to the picture's edge in surprising ways. The way an artist places the shapes and people in a work is called composition. Henri got some of his ideas for his compositions from Japanese prints and from photography, a new art form that was becoming popular at the time. Henri had some fun experimenting with photography, as you can see in the photograph above. There he is, and he's done some tricks with the photography so that it shows him painting himself.